Okay, Harvest Time Music Ministry. How are you doing today? I'm excited. I put together this video um, to encourage you and give you explanation of what we're doing, why we're doing it, but also how we're doing it. This website you're looking at, this is called Harvest Time Church, harvesttimefamily.com. Our plan here is to write 10 songs. Five. Initially, I was going to write five, and Minister Boyd was going to write five. The part of our brilliant plan is to get all five of us involved in doing this. We're going to do it by downloading, finding the right tracks to write your two songs to, writing down the lyrics. You can email it to me or text, not text it, but email it to me, or you can hand it to me written at church when you see me. But we want to write those songs. We want to do them well. We want them to have a variety of content. I like to call it this steak, being things from Revelations, prophetic information, gospel. I want to try a love song. I thought about the idea of creating a love song, perhaps from Bishop to Pastor. And I know everybody on this team has heard Bishop speak about how he loved his wife. And I think that would be a really good love song. We can make it creative, we can make it connected, but we want it to connect to the truth. That's our purpose here. Um, I think they're a loving couple, and well, as it relates to love songs, I mean, God let us love. He taught us love. The Bible said God is love. That love is God. You know what that means? That love is a God. Well, I tell you what, our motto is the church that love is building. Oh my goodness, y'all! What a profound reality. My goodness, it's building. Y'all, we're gonna have to take care of this building. This building is a blessing. We are going to have this musical in the fellowship, not the fellowship hall, the sanctuary. You can see that sanctuary is beautiful. Um, let me see. Let me see if I can get back to that sanctuary. The sanctuary is beautiful. We're going to set up a camera to give us two angles. So we're going to have a professional recording. The concept is simple. If we have a professional recording of songs that we wrote, I can get it copyrighted. Once it's copyrighted, I want to show you how easy it was for me to find a company. Imagine this. Once we get copyrighted, we will put it in the hands of artists. And if we have a professional recording, that's going to be right on point. There's a company called Taxi. There's a company called Taxi, and it sends out, it's a recruiter for major recording companies. And that's all of them, actually. That's all of them. So it's not just gospel, just all of them. But they'll hear from our music and from my introduction, and you can see all of these brands. That's pretty cool. So the process is going to be simple. We're going to make this recording. We're going to make it with the church that we have and the options that we have. Our pastors are behind us. We are part of the music ministry. We've been doing it for many years. I mean, a lot of years. And the reality is, I'm not. And don't be upset with me. I'm not getting your personal business, but Ann is the only person that's getting paid in this music ministry. The rest of us aren't. But the reality is, this is going to change that for a purpose, and I'm going to talk about that purpose because it's really important. And once again, Minister Boyd, I don't want to step out of line, but Mr. Minister Boyd was a little thrown back when I started talking numbers. She felt like numbers. It just don't sound as our purpose, right, Paul? Well, listen, y'all. Let me tell you, your bishop and his wife, y'all, they rich. They rich for a reason. And it's not because they were great businessmen and great businesswomen. It's because God blessed them. He didn't do it miraculously. He didn't turn it into a miracle. He could have. He has the power to do that, but he didn't turn it into a miracle. He just blessed their life, their family, their finances. The church made them wealthy, and this is exactly what we're doing. We're basically using our skills and our talents to create a product, and the product is really important. A product which is a recorded song and video of a product that has resale value, that can generate income to feed our families and support our ministry. And that's what we're doing, y'all. Okay, and I don't want you to think that there's anything other than that. And so we're going to do that. We're going to do it to the best of our ability. I want y'all to really take your time and write some really good songs. I really have faith in this. And you're basically going to get me to sell it. I'm the producer. I'm going to produce this album by finding the talent, um, documenting what we need, getting the legal right to that information. And I'm also the treasurer, by the way. You know, I always me out, but I got the best man for the job. I got a plan for. Look, it's gonna be real simple. People can go here, go to the website. People go to family, harvesttimefamily.com. Imagine this. You're gonna write on the home page. You're gonna click on it. And it's gonna go. It's PayPal is the merchant that's gonna charge that debit or that credit card. That debit or that credit card is gonna show up on that account as the church. Most of the time, when people see anything from the church, right, they leave it there. So that's a great thing. And so we want to sell that, and once we get that merchant, when we see that transaction, we're gonna see their card number, what they purchased, which is only one item, which is gonna make it really easy, and the address. And so what I would basically have to do is make sure I mail it to them. Sometimes we charge them for postage. We'll figure that out. Under our ministry, like this whole thing, one of the things that if you guys are aware of this online, at the we have a subscription. This subscription is for $4.99. This has been a success actually. This money is deposited directly into the church's account. I purposely set it to a small amount because when people see things like Harvest Time Church or just the word church for a transaction, they'll let $4.99 ride for a long time, and that's kind of what we want to accomplish. So we're in the business of raising funds and getting the word out for sure. And y'all, I'm just so proud of. I don't know if I mentioned this, but on The Voice, they let you know it's not just about your voice, it's about your delivery. And y'all a good looking group, man. You ladies, oh boy, yeah, y'all a good looking group. Y'all gonna look good. I want you to try to figure out how to wear something that's gonna match that carpet in that building. So we can all look smooth. We're gonna put it on the website. I just get so excited. Everything's gonna look professional, y'all. It's gonna look professional. And please forgive me if it start to sound like I'm crying or something, because I'm emotionally charged about this, y'all. You got your family, I got my family, and honestly, my parents. No, I'm not trying to brag, and I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea, but my parents, they've shown my brothers and sisters the deeds to their lives at their passing, and they're gonna give us a fourth of this ministry and all of the lease properties that came from it. And I guess I was supposed to have a conversation with Brother James the other day about the ministry and just letting them know that, you know, even people we need to reach out to, we're going to do that. And I really want to, and we're going to brainstorm about this, create a list of people. There has been hundreds of people that love that church. And we need to reach out to them because we're family. especially Sister Judy and her husband. It's just, we got to reach out to them, y'all. Let's make this service. Let's try to focus on that somewhere. Just invite them over. Another good thing is the tickets are going to be the CDs and the cassettes themselves, CDs and the DVDs themselves. It'll be inside of a plastic housing, and the clear wood. And when you consider this, nobody's going to throw that away because it's valuable all in itself. And the fact that we're doing two things, we're exposing our album and we're creating an invitation. So the address and the time of the event is going to be on the front. That is wonderful. And what's going to increase, because we want them to have the best experience possible at our church. What's going to make it wonderful is that it's also an invitation. So they can see the image of the outside of the building. But more importantly, they can hear the music. So imagine if you got 2 months for a ticket, which is also an audio file or album. Imagine if you can listen to that music for 2 months before you go to a concert. What's going to happen? You can sing along because you know the music. So this is new music. Nobody's never heard it until they hear it. But we're selling an invitation, a ticket to an event for them to enjoy it. Because I'm not going to lie, y'all. Sometimes when I go to the stand-up comedy club, uh, and it's a artist, a comedian I never heard. I pull him up on YouTube. You know why? I want to hear him before I go see him. Oh yeah, that's a huge benefit. I can't say it enough. That's a huge benefit. Y'all, listen. Now this is gonna get a little rugged right here. Be very careful about what I'm saying. I'm talking to the body of Christ. Goodness. Um, yeah, we got to do the right thing with this building. This building is a $500,000 building, and that's when we bought it. That was 5 years ago. I'm telling you now, it's closer to $1 million. Can you imagine that harvest time? $1 million. Do you remember where we came from? Off of West Pierce in that white boxed, looked like a school kind of building? Do you remember what we've been through? We marched our butt from that location to a different location that was still less than where we are now, y'all. Now we're gonna have to take care of that building. My sister-in-law, Jose's girlfriend, Arby, she writes grants, and she's gotten grants for people who are nonprofit. I mean, she got it for a school and a couple of guys that Jose said she got grants for 50,000. And she told me, I really believe we can get less than $1 million, maybe about $500,000 in grant money. Grant money, you don't have to pay it back. You don't even have, y'all, we need to take that grant money. She said she mentioned it to my father, and he wasn't interested. It bothered me a little bit, but I got over it real quick because I thought to myself, you know, your father told you, we one day will own a fourth of this ministry. Yeah, this church is going to be rebuilt. And I refuse to let those white people do a better job with this property than we do. We earned it. You hear me? And the reality is this, they had a school in there. What does that mean? They were taking full advantage of every square foot in that building. We cannot have abandoned parts of that building. We're going to fix this bad boy up. We're going to fix that parking lot. We're going to fix those bathrooms. And we're going to get those rooms ready. We're going to lease. If we have to lease it out to a school, as long as we're leasing it out to an entity that's consistent with the word and our values and our principles, I'll be more than happy to say, come on in, y'all. Come on in. Matter of fact, I'm going to be sitting at that table too, by the way. I'm going to be sitting at that table saying, okay, how much square footage you need? Guess what? We got it all. You don't need to be at that school. How much were you paying at the school you were leasing from, at the building you was leasing from at first? Well, at harvest time, we got the word around here. And your school going to be blessed. You come on over here and write us that check for $600 a month, and we're going to feed this ministry. Y'all, we're going to do this. And I want y'all to be encouraged. What we're doing is the right thing. It's time to grow. One of the things I had to call Minister Boyd about the subwoofer. Now imagine it's a subwoofer is a piece of technology. It's connected to the audio sound experience. You hear it in movie theaters, and in clubs, dance clubs, that huge, ugly, big, black, gigantic box that's sitting in the middle of the floor, I can tell you what it does. It pushes low frequencies into a bubble, hit down to the floor. Boom. I mean, it makes you move. It makes you move. It increases the experience.